day 12 of our Advent calendar, and the picture this day is entitled No Room at the Inn. It shows Mary and Joseph and that poor old donkey that we've been traveling with for a few days now arriving, and we can see the innkeeper pointing down the street. You know, modern scholarship has done a lot of research and looking into the Christmas story, the beloved Christmas story. Some of you will even know it by heart. We would only need to say the first few words and you could say it right along with us, because it is so loved and so rich and steeped with tradition. A few years ago, we welcomed a Syrian family into our community. And I've learned a little bit about Middle Eastern life from them. And what I've learned from them would verify what scholars would tell us. It's highly unlikely that Mary and Joseph would travel to Bethlehem and not have relatives there. And if they had relatives there, they would have a place to stay. Family would pile in, and the saying "there was no room" is probably true, because they would all be in the same room, a large room where everybody would be, and at night where they would bring in the animals. So there's possibly truth to the story that the baby was put in a manger, but the manger was probably in the big room where all of Joseph's family lived. It doesn't matter. I still think it must have been hard for Mary to give birth in a crowded space. It must have been hard for both of them to think that this is where their firstborn, their newborn, this promised gift of God, this God incarnate, was coming into the world in such a haphazard and uncomfortable space. The title "No Room at the Inn" helps us think about what it means as we prepare for Christmas. We've talked a lot about, in our Advent meditations, about preparing, what we do to get ready for Christmas, for the birth of Christ. Most mothers and fathers would be preparing a nursery, buying a new crib, getting the layette ready with the diapers and the sleepers and the blankets and the bibs, all of those things that come with babies. Truth is, in our world, there are lots of babies born in places where it feels like there's no room, in places where there's been little time or resource to make the preparations that we in North America make for a new baby. So this story, while a story and maybe even a myth, it's true because it rings so true to the human experience for so many. Babies come when they come, ready or not, with trimmings and decorations and preparations made or not. Babies come. And that's often how God comes to us. Even when we think in our life there's no room for one thing more, we're surprised by the inbreaking of God into our life. I hope and pray, my prayer for you this Advent is that there have been moments when you have been surprised by God. Moments when Christ has been born, even when there was no preparation and no room. That baby wriggled in and found space in your heart during these busy Advent days. So here we are, day 12, no room at the inn. We're going to put this card on our Advent calendar. There we go. Does that help you? See you tomorrow.